boxes are no definition. These are our reflectors, right? So a reflector, they're going to be sampling the definition of others. So they have like their own experience, right? So reflectors are good at group facilitation or being evaluators, right? Because they're receiving these different definitions and they're very going to be empathic to other people's processing and their connections. And they are receptive to, how others operate, and they're very designed to go with the flow in a way, right? They're kind of slippery and Teflon-y, and they're sampling and absorbing and just kind of making their way through. And this Teflon aura protects them from conditioning because it's inconsistent conditioning through the transits, especially through the lunar transits where the moon is going, right? And so with the reflectors and no definition, it's the right people come to you. Don't overthink it and give yourself that time because, reflectors, they have that 28-day waiting period. So they're sampling from a lot of different stuff. So again, take that time.
And if I'm not mistaken, the reflector will have no such split definition style hangups. And the conditioning, negative conditioning aspects as it relates to bringing the not self up to the fore. So that's one aspect which I'm imagining that would be very different for them. This whole no definition thing means they just get to experience so many different aspects as the lunar cycle pours through. So in a way, they almost get that itch scratched where we wouldn't. So I never have 23, even though the moon touches 23 once a month and I'll have it. I can't tell. The rest of the time, I'm so anguished by my lack of a 23 when I don't know, right? They won't have that very same hang up. I would be surprised. Maybe it is. We have a reflector on. We can ask, right? Yeah. Is there a gate by which you notice when it's connected? You miss it more when it's gone, or whatever. You try to be it, or that type of thing. Just the no definition allows them to literally be a type of an accountant for the rest of us that puts back onto us, what are we? Instead of them asking, who are they? I mean, the reflection really shows what are we? And so more awake reflectors will be a good thing.
All right, cool. Any final thoughts?
Definition is wicked important. You need to know it. And if you're an analyst or learning to read and or just learning it for yourself and your family, let's say, you absolutely need to, possess this information, and you absolutely need to, bring it in for a little finessing so that you can really understand it if you feel you don't have it. Because when you see that definition, you have to read it into the chart. When you see it in yourself, you have to know what it is. It becomes a main app. Moni, when do you look at a chart and not mention, oh yeah, but they're split here, so look at and add it into the whole mix of what you're explaining to this other person?
Oh yeah. So, and every single time, I mean, just so much with human design and doing chart readings for people, they're amazed and they're shocked, but like you're not giving them new information. You're connecting information that they already know about themselves that they can't put in contextualize, right? Like they're like, oh my God, that's so me. Yeah, there's these different sides of myself. Like people will always have that affirmation to what you're sharing with them. So what I find as an analyst, it's like you're looking at understanding the patterns and being able to tell them those patterns in that story and give them context for their experiences that, may be challenging and difficult, but now make a whole lot more sense when you understand the mechanics behind them.
Sort of a one-hit Charlie. When you get it, you get it. And you don't have to worry about knowing the rest of all the tea leaves of human design to understand definition, but you do need it. Absolutely.
Awesome.